But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 out long. 54. Right, 54. Get that quarterback, Diva. Come on. Check three. Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming. Switch.
Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Operating from the 27 now. Here's second and 3.
Hey. You go take. You got take.
The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Murray now to throw. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator,
touchdown, Packers! Jamal Williams, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Gun.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, Ken.
Cousins on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Black.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Hey, Alpha.
58 is the mic.
To throw, there's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Steps away to his left. That is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He gets this to Devontae Adams. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On the run, it's Peyton. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Watch the run.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 41-yard line.
58, right there. Let's go, defense.
Hey, receiver.
Defense. Here we go.
On play action, Cousins. He's going to sling this deep down. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down and 4, Murray forced out to his left. And this is incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Cook following the penalty. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 39, Cousins dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Murray now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go, D. Hey, switch gears.
On 3rd down, Murray flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second and 11 now. Murray buying time to his left. And incomplete.
Murray on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's third down.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 11.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
To throw is Murray. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short term. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack on first down, Cousins, the first defensive back taken in this year's draft. Darnell Savage there to knock that one away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check 50, check 50. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Murray with a 3rd and long. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
First. Hey, zoom.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Hey, can't. Good routes here. Nice 42.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. They'll dump this off to Cook. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Jam. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Check.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They've talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike.
Cousins now. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Get the heart. Ready? Gun. I got it. 50
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Cousins. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They start the drive with Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 2nd down and 4, Cousins complete. Richardson has it. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Two. Gun. Yellow.
58, right over there. Yeah.
Hey. I-7.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being
2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
The hug. 180. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. What's that?
They run it again with Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Two. Smooth.
Right there. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Gun.
Motion backfield. 42's the mic. 42's the mic. You can't block me. Check. 42's the mic. Check. 42's the mic. Here we go. Mike's 4-2. I'm here.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now Williams. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it with Williams. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Peyton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. It's the fullback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Cousins now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins now to throw on first down. And this is Cook with a grab. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Mike 42, Mike 40.
Hey, orbit.
Cousins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw is Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12.
Switch. Check 99. Check 99. Go.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 27th, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10.
Gun.
Yellow. 6 man.
Go ahead.
Cousins. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
We're good.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check.
Gun.
We want this. Mike 56.
Hey, Haywood. Watch the slats.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The busy night continues for Williams. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Now he's flushed out right. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Tight dog.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he will find his man on the outside. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You. Deuce. Hey, can.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Get that ball.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he finds Cook. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. First down, here's Cousins. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Hey, Steamer. Gun.
58, Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
Five.
Again, it's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
58's the mic. 58.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
One last shot now for Cousins. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Sets up 4th down.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return, for a moment thought he might break it, but in the end, they get the tackle and stop the drama.
You were starting to have more fun, weren't you?
Well, I was starting to stand up.
Yeah, you were into that one. Who knew? We thought maybe they might get that miracle finish that they were looking for. Didn't quite get it done.
So for the Packers, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.